Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We're going to be taking a look at the charts here in a second. Dogecoin is jumping. Markets are starting to recover just a tad bit. Bitcoin's back up above $40,000 right now, hovering at about $41,700 or so. We're going to take a look and see what Bitcoin needs to do by the end of the week before we get our next weekly close, and also in some high hopes that Bitcoin will probably see that recovery before the week is over to continue from here on out. So also, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, but let's go ahead and cue that intro and we'll get started on that. All right, folks, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the good stuff. Check the links in the description box below. We also have our private trading group page if you want to learn a little bit more about some of our alts that we're dollar cost averaging into, and a 24/7 update with the markets. Make sure that you join us over there. We use Patreon as a payment processor. Just make sure that you have a Discord username to get all those private posts. So let's take a look at Dogecoin jumps after Elon Musk tweet fans more wild cryptocurrency trading. So interesting title there, but let's see what's going on over here. The price of Doge spiked Thursday morning after Tesla CEO Elon Musk mentioned the coin on Twitter, adding another chapter to the volatile history of cryptocurrency that started as a joke. The price of the digital coin was 16% to 42 cents after hours. The Musk tweet, how much is that Doge in the window? Musk tweeted. Interesting. Thursday's move after a wild day for cryptocurrency saw Bitcoin, Ether and Dogecoin all plunge sharply before crawling back to a chunk of those losses after Wednesday. Musk, who talks and posts about Doge frequently, said earlier this month that he is working with developers to improve the cryptocurrency. He has also referred to it as a hustle on Saturday Night Live and said its value was largely speculative at this point. Very interesting tweet from Mr. Elon there. How much is that Doge in the window? And it says Cyber Viking. Is that what Cyber Viking was the tweet here? I guess. Interesting kind of logo there. So I'm not too sure what the Cyber Viking means. Maybe y'all can reference that and see or look that up a little bit too as well. But I think it's kind of interesting that Elon is now part of the Doge developers as well too, and he's really probably just going to pump the crap out of this coin. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that Doge could possibly be headed past $1 easily. So if Elon continues to work on this coin, continues to tweet about it, then obviously people are going to want to get in on it, and they're going to feel that they are safe getting in on it just because Mr. Billionaire, world's richest person in the world, is steadily pumping this coin too as well. So yeah, if you don't have any Doge, may want to consider that, but this is not financial advice. Everything that I say in this video is just speculation. You need to do your own research or seek a financial advisor too, right? Okay, so looking at the crypto meltdown and what happened here, turbocharged by a mix of leverage and liquidations. Liquidations on leverage appear to have turbocharged this week's cryptocurrency meltdown. Bitcoin dropped as much as 31% on Wednesday to near $30,000. Yeah, and I think we hit all the way exactly to about $30,000, which is very interesting because I did come across something of, if y'all are familiar with Jacob Canfield, I think that he tweeted out something as of yesterday talking about an insider was sharing information based on a price target that they needed to hit to hit a liquidation point for some big investors that had leverage longs in, and so they were dropping the price all the way down to 30,000, and this was like the day before the price drop started to occur. So let's see what we have in the article here. Near 30,000, Ether was 44% down at less than 2,000 on one stage. While both have recouped some of the losses, those crashes spread plenty of pain across the crypto assets. There were more than 9.4 billion of liquidations in the 24-hour through 9 a.m. Thursday in Singapore, as more than 887,000 traders liquidated, according to the data from Bitbit. Exchanges offer so much leverage that new traders will always be at risk and forced to sell when virtual currencies drop. Fundstrat Global Manager. Yeah, so you got to be really careful out there, folks. I mean, if anything, make sure you're using stop losses if you're away from your computer. That's the safest way to do it, and you just need to make sure that you're using proper risk management, folks. I mean, people preach that so much, and I just feel that people overlook it sometimes as well too. I think we all kind of get carried away sometimes, but you just need to make sure that if anything, something, you're only trading with a small percentage, if that is your way to go. If not, you're just buying and hodling, and or using spot. I would say trading on spot is probably the safest route to go too as well. What causes such deeper pullbacks are a case of system overloads, liquidations, and such factors. Vinja, head of Cipher, okay, crypto is still a much wilder west than any other asset class, where you can trade on some exchanges up to 50 to 100x leverage. What we've seen is a big funding reset across exchanges due to over leveraged traders. Bitcoin and Ethereum speculator ride is arguably the third time in the space of 2 months when the margin calls have rolled back. If the market were low, okay, yeah. And so then we just go on here just about being over leveraged and making sure that you're doing proper due diligence when it comes to this market, folks. Yeah, and I cannot stress that enough. Maybe at most 5x, if anything, not even that, guys. Like, you want to make sure that you are just steadily dollar cost averaging into this market. And if you're trading, probably using limit orders, or not trading with any leverage at all, just spot trading. So folks, yeah, let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts, see what's going on over there, and let's kind of move our way over there as of right now. And bam, transition. There we go. All right, folks, so this is what we're looking at right now on the weekly chart. We're going to keep our eyes really peeled on this weekly chart as of right now. This close below the 21 EMA is what we're going to be looking to hold support above. If we get the close below the 21 EMA, that would be a relatively bearish move. So what we're looking for is Bitcoin recovery past $45,000 right now. So you can see we need to make the recovery above $45,000 here before the weekly close. So Bitcoin right now is hovering at about 41,800. It's steadily on a climb, which is very nice for Bitcoin. So it's still climbing here. We're still seeing some price movement, but what we need to see is a close above the 21 EMA, and that price target is right at about $45,000. So if we get our recovery before then, you can see this nice little wick all the way to the downside. We've seen this in past previous bull runs as well too, where the price drops up to 35%. This was actually a 50% drop, so that's pretty gut-wrenching for the most part. But apparently they were looking to try and liquidate some big investor on Wall Street or something like that, according to one of these insiders that I guess had posted on a forum or something like that. And it was very interesting because I came across it through, I believe, Jay Snip's Patreon, and it looked like Jacob Canfield was on a forum or something. Somehow Jacob Canfield came across this or whatever. And very interesting stuff to read. But that just means that you got to be very careful when it comes to this stuff too, because a lot of people are out there trying to manipulate the markets, but they're looking to get after some of these positions. All these order books are public, and so if they see a order book there that's public and they want to take that hit for you, they will go after you. So you got to be very careful. Let's kind of zoom in here, take a look at the 3-day chart. Two-day chart, 3-day chart here. It's our 3-day chart, folks. What we're seeing is our VWAP starting to kind of move sideways here on Market Cipher. So it does look like we could get a nice little rounding bottom here with our VWAP, which would be bullish for us to possibly find a green dot there. Taking a look at the 2-day, looks like we are still trying to get above our 100 EMA, which is this red trend line here. Looks like we're trying to close above 41,800 by the end of the next day or so, which would be the 21st. So by tomorrow, hopefully we can get a recovery up to about 41.8. If we see a recovery all the way back up to 41.8, then we'll probably make our close above the 100 EMA on the 2-day chart, which would be very nice for us. Money flow was still kind of rounding off here just a tad bit on Market Cipher, so we need to take note of that as well. It does look like we are trying to put in a bottom here with a green dot, so we'll have to be patient there to see if that's going to end up happening. Take a look at the daily chart. Are we starting to see any recovery at all in our daily chart here? Looking at Market Cipher is also showing us that we could be possibly ready to put in that big green dot down here on our daily chart, which would definitely give us a nice consistent temporary bottom for the most part, I believe. And money flow is still moving into the red here, but our big green dot would definitely signal that, hey, this could be very close to our bottoming out for the most part. Let's kind of zoom in just a little bit more here. Take a look at the 6-hour chart. 6-hour chart. Oh, 6-hour does look relatively good, folks. And what do we have here? We're getting rejected at our 21 EMA on our candlestick pattern. So a nice little wick all the way up to our 21 EMA and possibly up to our trend line that we had drawn out here too as well. So let me kind of continue to draw this line out. And it does look like that we are starting to want to possibly retest this trend line here on our 6-hour chart. So this 6-hour chart has now tested our 21 EMA, and now also testing the trend line that we need to break through as well. So we're probably looking to recover above this here relatively soon. Market Cipher is also giving us our big green dots down here, and now we're looking for that recovery back up to our 0 pivot point. Money flow is still in the red here, but this is definitely based on our candlestick patterns here. This does look relatively good. It looks like we are still trying to break above this trend line. We've tested it plenty of times already, and now we're looking for possibly a break this time around to get above this trend line. So I definitely think that the recovery is in place as of right now. Let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart finally making our way back up above our 0 pivot point with our 2-hour chart too as well. So I am going to say that, yeah, it does look like our momentums are starting to move further to the upside here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. How close are we to get to that 0 pivot point? We're getting there. It still looks like our candlestick patterns still need some room to the upside. Starting to see our first lime green candlestick pattern here too as well on our 4-hour chart. And so now we're trying to break above the 21 EMA here and get a candle close above the 21 EMA on our 4-hour chart. So it does look like our recovery process is happening as of right now. I do believe that our hourly chart was also showing, or our 45-minute was showing, that money flow was starting to recover here too as well. We want to see our money flow on some of these lower time frames start to move back into the greenish area on Market Cipher. So if we start to see these money flows move back into the greenish area, then I think that we could be ready to start our recovery process, folks. And then last but not least, don't forget that we have our hash ribbons indicator that is possibly ready to give us that buy signal here anytime, any moment now. I think that once we get this buy signal on the hash ribbons, we're going to have a massive recovery. So we're about to break through the trend line here. Our 6-hour chart has also tested our 21 EMA. I think that the recovery is about to start here relatively soon. So I would just get ready, make sure that you are in position if you need to. I do think that we are probably going to end up passing $60,000 this time. So once we get this buy signal, folks, I think that we're well on our way past $60,000. So we'll just have to be patient as of right now. Wait for that hash ribbons buy signal to signal for us, and then also look for our trend line breaks here. Look for our breaks above our 21 EMA. Close above the 21 EMA on the weekly chart, close above the 100 EMA on the 2-day chart, and then start to see our money flow start to recover. Momentum is move back up above our 0 pivot point on Market Cipher, and then I think we're well on our way, folks. So get ready, hang tight, stick around, because we'll be here keeping you up to date each and every single day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check the links in the description box below if you want to stay updated with us each and every single day. And don't forget that we have our private trading group page, folks, if you want to learn about some of our alts that we're dollar cost averaging into and that we're also trading in and out of. Definitely join us over on the private trading group. We use Patreon as a payment processor. You need to make sure that you have a Discord username so that way you can get access to all the private posts on Discord. And so I'll see you on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.